Hello world and welcome to this video in which I will take you with me on an OBC job from Europe to the US. This assignment was truly challenging. It was tiring and exhausting, riddled with delays and topped off by snow chaos which lead to further delays. The assignment started in Northern Macedonia, so I had to take a positioning flight from my home base in Frankfurt. This is something rarely happens, but that's a welcome change. The positioning flight was with Air Serbia and unfortunately they are not part of any alliance, so I didn't have any lounge access in Frankfurt, but since this assignment came up at a very short notice in the afternoon, I had to leave home immediately. This gave me the opportunity to experience an airline I had not flown before, and especially since the ATR 72 was used for the flight from Serbia's hub in Belgrade to Northern Macedonia, flying such a turboprop is also rather rare to me and something special. Barely in the air, it's already time to land again with the view on the beautiful landscape of Northern Macedonia. Upon arrival in Northern Macedonia, I received the goods from a street courier directly at the airport. Afterwards, I went straight to my hotel. I bundled several packages together in my room. This is not only to save extra package fees, but also minimizes the risk of lost or delayed luggage. I found a small restaurant just around the corner. I always enjoy trying new dishes from the local cuisine, but it was really time to finally go to bed because I had to get up not very early, but even in the middle of the night.
Just had a nice dinner and now I'm going to bed.
Good morning. Hello, welcome from Skopje. It's 2:10 in the morning. I have two flights, two connections, 3 flights a day from Skopje to Frankfurt to Chicago and then another short hop within Michigan to get to my final destination. I hate early morning flights, departures at 5:40, 5:50, something like this. And with customs and everything before, I have to get up as early as 2:10 in the morning. Didn't sleep really well. This room was pretty nice, obviously, but super hot. I have no idea, I had the window open, but it's so hot in here and I switched off the heating, but no idea. What should I tell you guys? I hate it. Get up so early. It's still in the night, but what should I do?
Despite the priority counter, check-in took a very long time and export even more chaotic. It just took forever and there was a small snack in the lounge shortly before departure. However, the food here is not really on the breakfast side. The positive aspect of such early flights is the sunrise. You can see up here and look at this one, it's truly beautiful. After a short nap, it was already time to land in Frankfurt. During the layover in Frankfurt, there was a pleasant surprise. I was upgraded to premium economy. Of course, this only happens when economy is overbooked and you have a frequent flyer status. I was offered a delicious orange mint juice as a welcome drink and given a printed menu. The seats made the almost 10 hours flight to Chicago quite bearable. The blankets in premium economy are fantastic and the amenity kit comes ready for Christmas. Before the meal, I was offered a hot towel. The food is the same as in economy, just served on porcelain, rather mid-core. There won't be any more opportunities to fly on the iconic Airbus A340-600, the long cigar, and those one of the rare chances to visit the exceptional lavatories on the lower deck of the aircraft. There's a really generous amount of space. For economy class, it is top notch. Before landing, there was a small snack before things got really hectic. Having departed from Frankfurt late and lost even more time en route, I received this express connection slip. But to this day, I don't know what it meant. Immigration and customs clearance went smoothly. However, at baggage recheck, I was told I could no longer make my connection flight and I had to be rebooked. I know Chicago airport well and I wanted at least try it, but they wouldn't allow it. I was forced to queue at the ticket counter to have my flights rebooked. However, when I arrived at Terminal 2, my plane was still there. If I hadn't waited 25 minutes at the counter for the rebooking, I would have made my connection. While I was killing time in the lounge, the A340-600 of Lufthansa taxied by on its way back to Frankfurt. Later at the gate, shortly before the scheduled boarding time, there was a change of the boarding gate. All passengers ran to the new gate and were surprised to find it was for Air Canada. Boarding was further delayed and outside it was starting to snow harder and harder. But hey, even Santa Claus made his way to the terminal. Finally seated on the plane, my eyes kept closing. Of course, there were further delays due to the de-icing process, but since I had been awake for so long by then, I just fell asleep. I can't even remember how long we were texting on the ground. I slept through the entire flight and only woke up when we touched down at our final destination, Winter Wonderland. It was Wonderland. Okay guys, job is done. Well done in the end finally. It was really stressful, hectic, lot of problems with the snow and de-icing. 2.5 hours on tarmac in Chicago and now it's midnight here. So yeah, it was a long way. In the beginning everything was great, wonderful, no problems. Everything worked out really well, but last short flight was just 35 to 40 minutes. But before we could took this flight, just one problem after another occurred. So I'm happy to have my job done right now, but I need to go to the hotel, and it's actually not that far away, only 10 miles. But I have to go to Winter Wonderland, so I will switch the camera and will show you guys what is happening here. So actually it's perfect weather for a white Christmas, but it's not the best weather to drive in a pickup with something like summer tires, something like a mix of, it's not really winter tire, it's not really a summer tire, and it's a big truck, Dodge Ram. So it's not that easy to drive here. I'm on my way for more than 24 hours now. In the middle of the night, somewhere in Michigan, I don't know where to go, because I can't see the street, and I'm lost, so what off? Yeah, I have no idea where to go. Google Maps told me go left, but on the left side there is trainway. Okay. That's not good. As you can barely see here, the road descended very steeply. At the bottom, the road was blocked after an accident. Turning around on the snow-covered road was impossible because the ditch was completely obscured. So I had to reverse back up the mountain and then drive a total of 2 miles in reverse while it was pitch black outside and snowing heavily. The visibility was extremely limited. It was like driving blind. Finally, I reached the direction of civilization again and I could finally see something. Okay. Good morning guys. So as you have seen in the last video, it was a super short night. I arrived at the hotel around 1 AM and after I had settled up everything, it was almost 2 AM until I get to sleep. So it was a really short night, but after I would say 4 hours of sleep,
I had a little breakfast, a little workout, and did some shopping at the grocery store. I will bring this stuff back home. So I will go to the airport. It's around 10:30 right now. Flight is departing at 1 p.m. so it's plenty of times, really close to the airport. First flight is with United Airlines domestic first class. It's just a short hop, 1 hour schedule time, and then we are going from Chicago to Frankfurt with Lufthansa on the A340-600. Latest news says Lufthansa will retire their A340-600s mid of next year. So yeah, I'm looking forward. It's old business class. What should I say? I've seen a lot of videos. I guess it's pretty well known, but it's okay. What should I say? It's first world problems to complain about business class or being able to fly business class. It's a nice thing. So yeah. Let's go to the airport. This was my room, king room, in a suite size. Not bad for $96 a night. Yeah, Hilton, Hampton Inn. It's not the greatest, but you know what you're gonna get. So let's go.
Wow.
A tip from my experience, always take a photo of the fuel gauge after refueling and, if possible, keep a receipt. I have been accused several times of not returning the vehicle with a full tank. Less than 200 grams of nuts and still $15? Prices for nuts are nuts at US airports. Now it's finally time for the flight home. On the way back, I treated myself to an upgrade to business class using United Plus points. This also increases the likelihood of sitting in first class on the domestic leg.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight deck, we are beginning our descent into Chicago.
Having just landed at Chicago O'Hare Airport, I taxied passing by my plane for the journey home. Thanks to my Lufthansa business class ticket, I also had access to the United Polaris Lounge, one of the best lounges in the United States. And it was finally time for the final flight home. I didn't notice much of the return flight, my eyes closed again with tiredness. I did eventually get my meal, but it wasn't really tasty anyway, so I only ate the tofu and then immediately I fell asleep. I even overslept the breakfast the next morning, but that wasn't a problem because upon arrival in Lufthansa business class into Frankfurt, passengers are allowed into the welcome lounge, which offers a much better breakfast selection. There will be no weekend videos before, between and after Christmas and New Year's Eve. However, I have planned a special Christmas aka end of the year video. It will be structured a bit differently and is intended to be more funny and entertaining. An airline review and travel report all in one. It will be released here on the channel on December the 24th. Subscribe to the channel to not miss this one. And always remember, we all live under the same horizon, so be nice to each other. Goodbye, world.